Today's story is about a girl who goes on a sea trip with her mom and her boyfriend, but this trip turns terrible when the girl finds out that her mom's boyfriend is a dangerous man who is involved in the smuggling of girls. After this, we will see what happens next. In today's story, the story starts by showing a girl named Rose who has injury marks on her face and body, and looking at her it looks as if she has been injured from an accident. After this, the story goes to flashback where we see Rose's mother Alma coming back from work, and then Rose comes from behind and wishes her mother a happy birthday, which is the next day. Then Alma asks Rose to finish packing because they are going on a trip with Alma's boyfriend the next day. Rose did not feel like going, but at her mother's request, she got ready to go. After this, Rose goes to her mom's house. She takes the car keys from Alma and goes for her night shift duty where she works in a hotel. Then the next morning she comes back from work every day, and then Alma also goes out with her luggage to go on a trip, but every day she goes on a trip. She is not excited about it but agrees reluctantly when asked by her mom. Now on the way she asks her mom about her boyfriend, and Alma says that I have not known him for long but I know this much. Sensing that he is a good person, she wonders how her mom can trust a man she doesn't know much about. After a while, they reach their destination where Alma meets her boyfriend Derek. After this, Derek shows him on the map that we are going from here and this route passes near the Bermuda Triangle. Derek says that we will reach there by Tuesday and will enjoy a lot there. After this, when Lama will take out the luggage from the car. While Rose was smoking under a tree some distance away from the car, she saw a man who was going to her mother. Later she asks her mother, what was that man asking her? Mom tells her, that man was asking where I was going. Now here Rose meets her mom's boyfriend Derek for the first time, who tells them that he has bought this second-hand boat to go on a trip named Annalisa. Then the three of them set out on their trip by boat, and after some time they celebrate Alma's birthday on the boat and wish her, and all three start enjoying this moment together. Then Derek gives a t-shirt to Alma and also a knife to Rose. After this, Rose asks Derek about his work, and he tells that he was earlier in the police but now works as a private security consultant. After this, he also teaches Rose to tie knots, and then she asks for help in running the boat. After the celebration is over, everyone goes outside where Derek teaches Rose to drive the boat, and Alma starts taking photos and videos of them with her phone, but suddenly she collides with the main sail of the boat and falls into the water. When she falls, Derek throws a life jacket towards Alma and sends Rose to get cabinet aid and blankets. When Rose goes inside, she sees that she has been ruined, which she is surprised to see, but still, she brings a blanket and first aid for her mom, while Derek brings Alma on the boat and comes daily and gives a blanket to her mom. Alma was not hurt, and then she apologized to her daughter and said that her phone was dropped in the water. At that moment, they notice that the weather is getting worse, so they go down to the cabin. Alma says here that they have never traveled this far, so she suggests that they go back home. But Derek says that there is nothing to be afraid of, and the weather will be fine by tomorrow. Then the next morning when Rose comes up, she sees that the weather has cleared and her mom is already sitting there and drinking. So she goes and sits next to her mom and says that she is not happy to be here and wants to go back home, to which Alma says that this place is so beautiful, you should enjoy this moment. Then after a while, Derek also joins them. When he comes near and joins them, Rose asks him about the rifle, to which he says that he has kept that rifle for safety and it is also his hobby. Then Rose says that I want to test that rifle once. So Derek takes out the rifle and teaches her how to fire. Rose fires very well, and seeing this, Derek praises her a lot. In the next scene, Rose sees on her laptop that there is another boat at some distance from them, so she comes out and uses binoculars. Meanwhile, Derek and Ma are having drinks and they call Rose, so she also joins them, but soon Rose starts feeling dizzy, so she goes to her room and sleeps. After some time, when she wakes up, she hears some noises outside. She looks outside and notices that another boat is coming towards them, which comes straight and collides with their boat. From that boat come two men who are Derek. They point guns at him and ask him to give something back, but Derek says that he has no idea what you guys are talking about. Alma also starts shouting for them to leave, but one of the men tells Alma. He kills and injures her, and here we notice that this is the same man whom we saw earlier talking with Alma, and here his companions call him Captain. Rose gets very scared after seeing all this. The same Alma looks at Rose. So she tells him to stay hidden, while Derek repeatedly says I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Then the captain shoots Alma and Derek, but Derek is shot in the shoulder, which kills him. She falls into the water, then the captain and his men give her a cabin, then after they leave, she comes out and sees that the boat is on fire, so she starts extinguishing the fire with a fire extinguisher and then she sees her mom's dead body and this. Seeing this, she goes into shock. The next morning, she was alone and she was not able to understand what to do. Besides, the boat was also badly damaged by burning and the engine was also damaged, which she tried to repair. But it doesn't help when she wraps her mom's body in a cloth so that she can go back home and bury her properly, and here she cries a lot for her mom. After this, she tries to call help but everything is in the boat. He was burnt. Then she heard some sound, so she came out and saw that Derek was still in the water, who was tied with a rope and he was still alive. After this, she pulls him up and treats him by giving him water to drink. Then Rose shows him a device and asks what it is. Derek lies to her that it is an extra jib, which is bad. This device could have sent an emergency signal to the satellite, but Derek says you leave it and goes to the boat. Put a sail on top so that the boat will move forward. Then Rose tries to tie a sail on top and after trying again and again, she succeeds. Then we see the scene of the next day where Derek calls Rose and she goes and ties it on top. When she bandages the wound, Derek says, "You have to do anything to start the boat." Saying this, he faints. After this, she goes every day and tries to start the boat, but to no avail, so she gets tired and sits down. Meanwhile, some photos are found in the cabinet in which Derek and the two people who attacked the boat were also there. Seeing this, she understands that Derek has lied to her till now. After this, she goes out and finds Derek while he is unconscious. She ties his hands to the boat and then takes away his safety knife, but after some time, Derek is missing from his place, so Rose starts searching for him. After searching for some time, she finds Derek below, and then Rose finds him with a knife in her hand. She asks Derek if he knows who the man is but why he lies, to which he simply says that he is a monster. The less you know about him the better for you, and from his expression it seems that he is not at all. He is not afraid nor is he sad about Alma's death, and in this way, he entangles Rose in his words and takes her help in getting the boat repaired. Now Rose had no option but to agree to his words. Together they try to repair the engine but it is completely useless. Now they had only the support of the sea breeze, and like this, they started moving forward with the help of that small sail for 2 days, and then on the morning of the third day when Rose came out she sees that there is an island at a short distance and Derek was still sleeping in a corner. So without asking Derek, she turns the boat towards the island, but with the help of only one sail, the boat does not go to the shore. Derek also agrees to go to the island but he cannot drive Rowan with only one hand. So Rose drives Rowan and both of them start moving towards the island. Suddenly a part of Rowan's hand comes loose and while trying to pick it up, she falls into the water and she doesn't even know how to swim, so she starts drowning. Then Derek himself goes into the water and somehow pulls her to the shore. He comes but he is not breathing, so Derek brings him back to consciousness by giving him CPR. Now after regaining consciousness, Rose goes inside a nearby cave in search of Derek where Derek had got drinking water, so Rose finds him. This island is deserted, so Rose says that we will have to return somehow, to which Derek says that yes, we will definitely go, but now it is going to get dark soon, so we will have to spend the night here. Later, both of them together bring the raft to the shore and after dark, Rose sleeps in the raft. Direct lights a fire outside but Rose cannot sleep, so she sits with Derek and then they start talking. Rose says that her dad was a soldier who was martyred in Iraq while on duty. Then Derek tells his story and here his real truth comes out. He tells me that I was a good and honest police officer but 10 years of honest duty. Even after doing this, I did not achieve anything, due to which my wife also left me because she considered me a loser. After this, I started on the path of dishonesty, and by collaborating with bad people, I earned a lot of wealth, and people whose captain was also one of those who used to work with me, and none of those who killed your mom were captains, but they were the captain's men. The captain is a very dangerous and cunning man who smuggles beautiful girls like you. Tried to move ahead of him on the wrong path, and I stole one of his valuable things and kept it with me, which his men came to take that night, and because of this, your mom was also killed. I know your mom is very good, but I had known him only for a few months but had thought that we would have a good time on the trip. Then he said that you had made a mistake in the knot you had tied on my hand. Saying this, he was going to teach Rose how to tie the knot. He ties his hands, but Rose is not able to understand till now. Then she looks at the device named Jib in the bag kept aside and asks about it. You had said that it is bad, why have you kept it nearby? He said this device can send information about our location by sending SOS signal to the satellite and we can leave from here, but I did not activate it because before that I had to finish your work. Every day she understands as soon as I say this and gives her, and after punching her, she immediately takes the gun from the bag and points the gun at him and asks him to activate the device. But when he does not agree, she presses the trigger, but the bullet does not fire because Derek had the magazine of the gun, and on this occasion, he pounces on Rose and a fight starts between the two, but Rose somehow escapes and starts running away. Derek also reloads the gun and starts shooting at Rose, but not a single bullet hits Rose, and somehow he is there. While running away, she hides at a place and unties the rope with her hand. Then the scene of the morning is shown where Derek is still following Rose, but Rose planned that she would take the raft and leave from here. So she got down from there and went to the raft. She starts moving towards, but Derek sees her and starts shooting from above. Somehow she gathers courage and starts running again, and in the meantime, Derek also falls from above, and as soon as she falls, Rose also stops. She goes near him and sees that Derek is not dead but injured. As soon as he comes near her, he regains consciousness and in that condition starts attacking Rose with a knife and says, take me to the boat because I have the device and without me, you will not be able to activate it. Meanwhile, Rose gets hit by one of her knives, after which Rose picks up a stone, hit her on the head, and takes the device from her bag, but she cannot activate the device. She is unable to do so, to which Derek says, you will not be able to activate it, take me to the boat, then I will help you, but still, Rose does not listen to him and leaves him and comes back to the boat via raft. After reaching the boat, she heals her wounds. She applies a bandage on it and then goes to sleep, but suddenly wakes up in the night and sees that the boat has also started sinking, so she quickly collects some important things and then tries to take her mother's dead body to the raft, but her mother's dead body goes into the water with her hand and she has to leave her mother's body in the water. Due to this, she cries a lot because she does not want to leave her mother in the water. After this, they join the raft with the boat. She cuts the rope because the boat is about to sink. Then we see that she keeps swimming in the sea like this for 2 days and she is not able to understand what to do, but on the 3rd day, she sees a boat. She quickly fires the flare gun, but she feels that perhaps the boat could not see her because of the sunlight, but at night the same boat comes to rescue her and she is rescued from there and taken to a bigger ship. But she sees that everyone has weapons, and during this time she hears that they are talking in the name of the captain, due to which she understands that all these people belong to the captain and this ship also belongs to him, but she does not do anything. She silently goes with them, then they take her and give her food, and during this time, a girl comes there intoxicated, whose name is Tabitha, but a man takes her away from there. Rose understands that the girl is helpless. And there may be more girls like her on this ship because Derek had said that the captain smuggles girls, and then every day she asks him if she can take a bath. They give her a room and now she has completely understood. She was wondering what to do now, and if these people smuggle girls through the ship, then definitely the captain will also be on the ship. After this, she takes a good bath and gets ready, and from there she goes towards another room, and in that room as soon as she goes in, she sees a man around whom there were other people, so she asks, "Are you the captain?" He says, "Yes, I am." After this, she goes to him and starts trying to attract him through conversation. After some time, as soon as she gets the chance, she kills the captain by hitting him on the head. After this, she leaves that room and goes to another room, where she finds a tub and asks him for help. There, the captain is found dead. Seeing this, his men become alert and start searching for Rose all around the ship. Rose asks Tub where the guns are kept on this ship, and then she tells him that there are a lot of guns kept in the engine room and here are my guns. Like, many girls are also being taken captive somewhere, but at this time none of them can help you because they have kept all the girls drunk. After that they leave there and reach that room every day, and she takes a gun, and then a man comes there and sees her, but Rose shoots him dead and then starts moving forward from there to reach those girls, and all the men of the captain who come in the way are killed one by one. She starts killing everyone. There she also encounters a girl who used to work for the captain, but Rose fights with her and kills her too. Then she encounters one of the captain's hot-headed men who grabs Rose by the neck and kills her. It seems that she somehow escapes from him and finally shoots and kills him too. After this, when Rose goes to a room and opens the door, She sees that very young girls have been held captive there, but before that she gets them released by Captain. There was still another man left who came and pointed the gun at Rose, although it was a difficult situation for her, but then Tabitha came from behind that man and hit him on the head, and at that moment Rose killed that man in her own right. She shoots the girl with the gun, then Rose keeps the girl here and goes towards the radio room to send a signal for help, but while moving forward, she has to face another man, and that is Derek. Rose is surprised to see him and asks if you were dead on that island. Then Derek says, by giving your information, I made a deal with the captain, and using that device, I escaped from that island and started killing. Rose says that the captain's I already had a plan and now no one can save you from the captain. Hearing this, Rose starts laughing and says I have already killed your captain. Upon hearing this, Derek kills him, throws him down the stairs, and takes the gun. When he comes back, he sees that Rose has run away from there, after which he starts searching for Rose after seeing traces of her blood, but as soon as he reaches a place, Rose releases a chemical on him due to which Derek falls. After this, Rose is at the same place. She takes out the knife that Derek had given her, stabs him straight in the chest, and finally kills him. After all this, she was tired and all the captain's men had also been killed. Then Tub came to her, and she says, come with me, I have to show you something. Then Rose goes to the ship with all the girls and sees that the ship is moving towards a port, due to which all the girls become thrilled because now it is going back to its home. After reaching the port, this matter is handled by the police. After we go back to the beginning of the story where Rose was telling this whole story to a police officer. The policeman praises Rose and says that all the girls have been sent to their home and now you will also be sent back home, but Rose was unfortunate and upset and says that I do not want to go back because now there is nothing left for me there, but the policeman leaves saying that you have your future, which you have achieved by fighting. Hearing every day gives you the courage to make a new beginning in your life, and with this story ends here.